Hey guys, and welcome to the fourth or fifth How to AE tutorial. Not really sure which, because it's been so long since I made some. In this one, I'll be teaching you how to export SWFs, if you're a Flash animator, into After Effects. And right here I have a fairly new, fairly old animation that I was working on in the last month. Never really finished it or got much done. It's just something of Derek and Mally fighting, if you know who those are. Sprite Fan 2 and Music Kid, whatever. Link1812, I believe what his YouTube name is. But anyway, so when you're done with your Flash project and you like the raw animation that you've done in Flash, you're going to want to export it into After Effects. Now, bear in mind, any effects like this one that are screened effects, or if they have black like this and are screened through the Properties menu, you're going to have to export those separately. So, in order to do this... Okay, first let me explain. Sorry. You're going to want to export a minimum of 2 files. One will be your characters and any objects, and the other will be any screened effects, such as this hit spark right here. So you're going to want to go into File, Publish Settings, or Control-Shift F12. Now, you're going to want to unclick this Include Hidden Layers thing, and then just press OK. And then you're going to want to make any screened layers invisible. And make sure you don't have any more screened effects. And also make sure that there aren't things on the layer that that you have a screened effect on. Like, say if I move these up here, I believe these are swords swing effects. Yeah, if I move these onto this layer right here, they wouldn't export. They would export with the screened effects. So you don't want to do that. You want to keep the screened effects on their own isolated layers. And so then you're going to go to File, Export, Export Movie, and you can just save it wherever. I'm just going to save it on the desktop, and this will be my characters layer, characters.swf. Now, you don't, like I said, you need a minimum of 2 things if you have screened effects. You don't need to keep your character layers all as one SWF. You can, because it makes it a lot easier, but sometimes it depends on what you're going to do in After Effects. You can export each of these layers as a separate SWF, and to do this you just tick this eye thing right here, and then untick the layer you want to have exported. But we're not going to do this here or in this tutorial. But anyway, I'm going to tick this eye here, then untick make the screened effect layers visible. Now, these can't be movie clips in After Effects. They have to be graphics, because movie clips do not, or they only export as one single image in After Effects. They don't animate. So if you want these to be screened, you're going to have to go into the graphic, or if it's already a movie clip, you're going to have to change it into a graphic with the properties here. then you're going to have to double click on the movie clip, go into it, and turn all of the images into movie clips themselves, and then screen them all from there. And one more thing, before you export effects that are screened, be sure to check if they're what filter, or no, which display thing, which blending menu they have. Like this one is add. If on another layer you have another effect like this, but instead it's an overlay, you're going to want to export each type of blending mode as a different SWF. So I'm going to export movie, and then I'm going to call this hit spark add in brackets, just so that I know which what blending mode to use on it. And so there we go. Now I can untick these. Now I'm going to go into After Effects, and I still have this tutorial comp thing open from the other tutorial that I did right before this. Let's change the settings here. There we go. Now I'm going to right click, import file, go to my desktop, and then choose my SWFs, or go to wherever you saved them, and then choose them and import them. Then you want to drag all your SWFs into the timeline, or into the timeline at the same time, just so that they're lined up. And here we have the SWF right here. Now I'm gonna try and find something right here. Where is it? There we are. Okay, and these things are blurred because they're because I traced the bitmaps, and so they're vectored, and when they're a smaller size they get blurred. When they're a larger size they get their quality increases. So real quickly I'm going to change the scale of these things, and as you can see their quality increases dramatically, unless you take this vector thing here. Unless you untick it, I mean. And so here we have the or not screened, the add effect. You're going to find that SWF on the timeline, and as you'll see, it's not, the blending mode isn't applied to it because the SWF it exports with the add thing gone, with the blending mode not applied. And so, okay, most people will have just this set up right here. To go into blending modes, you can either right click blend mode and then find it in this list, or you can take this expand or collapse transfer controls panel, or pane, whatever, button right here, and then under mode you can just click on this drop up, drop down, whatever, and click add. Now, like you see, this the black is still there. That's only because the background is invisible. Let's see, I'll change the background color of this composition to, hell, let's just do white. Let's see if that works. And then change it. No, it does not work. Okay, composition settings. Oh, that's odd. Weird. But anyway, if you have an actual background for this, it will change the black into, or it will change according to your blending mode. It just, you need to have a background in there, a physical background. And that's really all there is to exporting SWFs into After Effects. I may have forgotten something. Like I said, I haven't animated in a while. I haven't really touched Flash at all for quite some time. I might have forgotten some stuff. So that's all I can offer right now, and I'll catch you in the next tutorial.